grew up in a household where I did hear a lot of different languages. My dad speaks at least like three different Ghanaian dialects. I don't speak any Ghanaian dialect, neither does my sister. I remember like as a kid at one point asking my parents like why didn't you guys teach us like how to speak the language, and that explanation was like, oh, you wouldn't really use it. And so I don't really blame my parents at for that at all, but at the same time, like an unintended consequence of that can be like feeling like disconnected from the cultural heritage. It can show up in feeling lost in conversations that your parents are having with other family members or family friends. It's the sense of like maybe feeling really tied to your culture in food and in dress and in music, but like language is the one thing where you maybe feel or can feel more isolated than in other regards. As a kid, that really played into like my reluctance, the embarrassment even I felt to say the words I knew in the language. My family, we'd pull up to a Ghanaian party. We'd be talking to a family friend, and the friend would kind of say something to me in like Chui, for instance, and my parents would kind of encourage me to like respond to them in the language, and I would respond, and there would be those kind of little laughs and giggles about kind of how American I sounded, and I couldn't stand that. But like as I've grown, become an adult, like gotten older and everything, it's just kind of like the understanding of like the need to own that, right? My inability to speak those dialects fluently, like that doesn't define like whether I'm Ghanaian or not. Language doesn't define my belonging or my identity, but it has definitely shaped how